to give. Taking is too easy, but that's the way it is.
Just waiting for the rest of the crew to join us, but thanks everyone who's in the room so far.
You can handle my love. Are you for real? I won't be hasty. I'll give you a try. If you really bug me, then I'll say goodbye. Yo, I'll tell you what I want, what I really, really want. So tell me what you want, what you really, really want. I wanna really, really, really wanna zig. If you wanna be my lover, you gotta get with my friends. Make it last forever. Friendship never ends. If you wanna be my lover, you have got to give. Taking is too easy, but that's the way it is. So here's a story from A to Z. You wanna get with me, you gotta listen carefully. We got M in the place who likes it in your face. You got G like MC, you liked it on a easy V who doesn't come for free. She's a real lady. And as for me, how you'll see, stomp your body down and wine it all around. Stomp your body down and wine it all around. If you wanna be my lover, you gotta get with my friends. Make it last forever. Friendship never ends. If you wanna be my lover, you have got to give. Taking is too easy, but that's the way it is. If you wanna be my lover, you gotta make it last forever. Stop your body down and wine it all around. Stop your body down and wine it all around. Stop your body down and wine it all around. Stop your body down and zig. If you wanna be my lover.
Awesome, nice to see everyone here. We got a big crowd today. Maybe if you guys want to tell us where you're all from, introduce yourselves in the chat bot. I'm Bianca. I'm dialing in from Singapore, co-hosting with Iris here, also from Singapore. Maybe you guys can tell us where you're from.
I keep fighting voices in my mind that say I'm not enough. Every single lie that tells me I will never.
Hi, Lisa from Singapore. Also from Singapore. Cool. Anyone else also from Singapore?
Just the sum of every high and every low.
Hi, Laura from Spain, but dialing in from South Korea. How are you doing? Where's everyone else from? Let us know.
Who I am because I need to know.
Awesome. New York City. How's it going, Bianca from New York City? I'm also Bianca. Oh, loads of people dialing in. Thanks for being here. Can you guys hear the music? What's being played? I can't hear the music because of the technical difficulty, but can someone like loop me in what's being played at the moment? I feel such FOMO.
Hello.
Hey, Carlita, how are you doing?
I'm doing thank you. How are you guys?
Good. Good to have you. Where are you dialing in from?
Oh, you cannot see me. I'm Carlita from the family.
Yeah, awesome. Yes, no. Where are you? Are you at home? Are you?
Oh, yeah. I'm at home. I just arrived. I went to make a sandwich and then listen to
Awesome. Cool. Awesome. Cool. So we're just waiting for a few more people to dial in.
Everybody else, if you're not speaking, can you just mute yourself, please? Because I think we can.
So we've got New York City, we've got across the US, we've got South Korea. Where else have we got? Have I missed anyone? Where else? We got Singapore, obviously. Anywhere else I've missed? Taiwan, hello from Taiwan. Hello, Manila, Philippines. That's where my mother's from. Nice to see you, Victor. Kamusta? Hope you're doing well over there. Oh, wow. Yes, I know. I wish I had my mother's looks. Anyone else? Have we missed any other represents anywhere else? We've got more people coming in. Wow, it's a big event. Cool, I'm kind of nervous now. Oh, Iris, you're on mute.
Okay,
Awesome.
I'm playing this song. It's Okay by Nightbird.
Oh,
this is the Nightbird that made everybody so happy.
Oh, I feel such FOMO. I can't hear it.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Maybe you guys should hum it to me.
California in the summertime.
Wow, more people, yay.
Dialing in. Okay, let's give it maybe, you know, 2 to 5 more minutes just to let the final few come in. Cool. So just a little housekeeping as we wait and you guys enjoy the music. We obviously had people like pre-submit the questions, but you know, don't despair. If we have some time at the end, we'll have our panelists take a few. Oh, and there's a cat. That's what you get for working from home. We'll have the, you know, if we have time at the end, we'll, you know, keep the questions coming in the panel on the right-hand side. And if we have time at the end, we'll have the panelists, you know, see if we can ask some questions. So, and you know, worst case scenario, at least your questions will give us a steer of what future events, topics we should cover and things. So yeah, don't hold back. The crypto sphere is a wide topic to cover, so I'm sure you've got a lot of juicy questions to ask.
Yeah, so I'm putting up the link for the form that you can fill up to join our community. So it's in the chat group there, and at the end of the night, we'll be giving away 4 books by our tonight, Raymond Ng. So do fill up and be one of the lucky winners for the 4 books.
Awesome. I wasn't allowed to join this competition as a MC here, so that's one person out of the running. But yes, just to say, as much as this event is co-hosted by CryptoGals, it's not the community is not exclusive to women. There is space for men because we know that financial literacy in the crypto space is important for inclusivity. So if you're a guy in the audience, and I see a number, my husband's on here as well as a cheerleader, you know, fill in the form, and we've got space for you. Cool. As for the people who've just arrived, where are you from? Tell us who you are and where you're from. So we have people from the United States. We've got people in South Korea, Singapore, Manila, Philippines, Taiwan. Anyone else? Tell us where you're from. Hello, Bianca Galvan from Texas. I know you. Hi, from England. I was just over there. Just moved to Singapore about a year ago. Hope you're enjoying the sunny weather, if it's still sunny.
Hi, Niraj. Niraj is Raymond's friend, is it?
It can be. It's an Indian name.
Okay. Yeah, no problem.
Awesome.
I wish you can hear the music. It's nice.
You can send me a playlist after, Iris.
It's okay.
Okay, we've got a karaoke room going. Awesome. I guess we can kind of start. So, you know, and the others can kind of catch up. So, yeah, thanks everyone for being here. We've got kind of over 20 people. So cool, awesome. Shall we get going?
Yes. Hold on. Let me just load up my page. We'll just coming up. So yes. Hold on. Okay, let me just stop the share.
Oh, now I get to see everyone's faces. Hi, everyone.
Yes. Hello.
Hey. Oh.
Well, Bianca and I were both in Singapore. We are, and actually, that's we actually met at NAS Academy. We were in this crypto group that was that we got to meet Tubador, the partner of MetaCoven, right? And it was quite exciting because for those of you who do not know, MetaCoven is the guy who bought the Everyday's painting for $69 million. So that was, and obviously he's one of my big idol as well because they are so into the NFT space. Yeah, so.
Yeah, and so, yeah, a big welcome from us. So, this is kind of to give you a bit of background as to, how the CryptoGals came together, and this is kind of our first event. It's co-hosted by CryptoIKI, of which Iris is the founder, and CryptoGals. We're kind of a month in the making. But yeah, it's a young, energetic group of women, and how we came together was through NAS Academy. So you'll find a lot of the alumni of NAS Academy here. Wave if you're one of them. Hello, a lot of you are here. It's nice to see the girls here. And really it came about through, I posed a question to Tubador, who's part of, the power pair in NFTs, who bought the $69 million Beeple art NFT. And I just asked him about the bro culture, the snake oil and the vaporware cluttering the cryptosphere. And, I kind of, told him it just didn't feel like a great space for women to be learning about crypto, and also crypto beginners to be learning about crypto. And it was really interesting because firstly, I was very uncomfortable asking that question in front of a fairly large audience, but, just kind of got the guts up to do it. But secondly, right after, the chat box exploded with all these wonderful, amazing women saying, I have the very same experience. So that's how we all kind of ganged together with, all just super energized, having shared this experience and wanting to become more financially literate. So, I think that what is clear is that the crypto and blockchain space remains the domain of men. So, I read a stat somewhere that in the early Q2 of this year, approximately only 4% of women were, users of crypto. So that's pretty astonishing, and the needle hasn't moved much since. I think it, hovers around 10 to 15%, when they checked around end of June, this time in June. And so, it's really important that Wall Street didn't do much to include women. And, so it's important that the next frontier of accessible wealth don't leave women behind. So that's kind of what part of our mission is. And so the first and foremost, what we need to do is build financial literacy. And that's kind of what CryptoGals is for. As one of my dear friends who I've made through my interest in crypto, Louisa, she'll kill me for giving her a shout out here, but she's part of the working group behind and backstage in this event. She did this wonderful painting and she sold it as an NFT. They say when Lambo, we say when women. And I think that really epitomizes the mission of CryptoGals and what we're here for. So yeah, Iris asked me to kind of give an explanation of how CryptoGals came about, and that was really it. That wasn't my doing. It was really just the energy of all the women that make up the group.
Yeah, and it's thanks Bianca for sharing that. And I think we have a lot of CryptoGals here today, and it's really been so wonderful and heartwarming to see that so many women come together. And it really was like, I just do a bit of this, somebody did the logo, somebody did set up groups and so forth. And very soon, this event happened. And it really, to me, it really is like the spirit of open source, which is actually underlying what blockchain is about. When the community comes together and everybody just do a little bit, and then this event happens. So okay, maybe Bianca, sorry, you have to keep talking a little bit.
Of course, no worries. So like I said, Iris mentioned, if you want to join our community, the forum is there. We've got a Discord link where we're constantly chatting and sharing materials to help with, the financial literacy piece. But yeah, Iris, I think I want to start with you. I'm just really here to ask questions. I'm the question asker. I'm a pretty decent question asker, but you can kind of rate me afterwards. But yeah, I'd love to know kind of your journey, because you're kind of pretty far into your journey of crypto. So let me know, like, I'd love, the audience to know, like, how did you start? Like, where did your interest come from, and where are you now?
Okay, so for me, actually, I got into it because of my husband, Raymond, and you'll be, of course, later sharing because ever since I know him, he's like the computer whiz and he's the open source guy, and this was even before blockchain, right? So in 2018, when he published his book, I had the opportunity to sit in the edits and the reviews with the publisher, and of course I had to read the book, right? So so that's really where I started.
Behind every great man, behind every great man.
Yeah, so this is the book which we are giving away. Okay, yeah, so and what I did was that my background is a musician, and I'm a composer and I do musicals. So what I did was I experimented with the open source idea of creating a mini musical. So in 26 days, we got together a group of creators. They are like actresses. Some of them are like, songwriters, and like just this community of mavericks, I would call them. And we started with zero content, and within 26 days, we came up with 30 minutes of content, and we even had to perform it at campus party.
That's awesome.
So that was actually my first taste of blockchain, and like I say, underneath, I think it's a very interesting movement because it's not just about crypto, but it's about the spirit of open source, and this is exactly how I feel about CryptoGals as well. Like the way that it's evolving, it's really very much like blockchain and open source, and I think that is the spirit of it all. Yeah.
I love that. I love the whole idea of open source and creative work. That's awesome. That's awesome.
And actually, because in 2018, the technology was still not very advanced, and then crypto went through a winter, and because all the tech was not ready, and actually sometime this year, 2021, actually sometime late last year, things started to become hot again, okay? And people started talking about NFTs, and that's when I got to like read about it more as well. Of course, back in 2017, they really have the CryptoKitties and things like that, which was like, this AI cat that you could create. Okay, but in 2021, like there was like an explosion of discussion and so forth. If you go to Clubhouse, you can see a lot of discussions there. So I got myself like educated about it again in a very short time. I just basically watched almost a lot of YouTube videos, and then I organized some events, and I got the opportunity to give a talk in the Baltics on NFT, and that was like
That's awesome.
Yeah, we're really surprised by that. Yeah.
That's awesome. That's super cool. And in your kind of journey on like kind of, there's like so much material out there on crypto and blockchain. A lot of it's not quite so verified. It's not like there's a university for crypto yet. There's some courses coming out like at Berkeley, for example, but it's not like they're certified, verified just yet. Were you ever intimidated in learning the space?
Okay, so to be honest, I am more like I'm not so into the technical part of it, and even like trading and all that. I really just depend on Raymond most of the time. But because we're running the business, so every day I'll hear him talk about some blockchain things. So basically, maybe I learn it like how a child would learn a language, just by absorbing and being thrown into it, and that's how I think I get to know, like, okay, so this is like an Ethereum chain. Okay, this is and the Binance chain is based on the Ethereum chain, like things like that I picked up. I never really studied it formally, I think the good thing is that if it's too technical, any one of the big criticisms is that all the tech guys and all the people who are there, like it's too geeky and too techy, and it's like it really puts off a lot of mainstream people like myself, or even women who may not be so like we never study computer science and things like that. And I think the next evolution step in blockchain is really to make this technology much more accessible to normal people.
Yes, for sure. Decrypting crypto kind of thing. Yeah, for sure. No, I definitely think I'm in product management, and I think there's definitely a gap in like the naming conventions and the kind of the user interface in terms of like the jargon. There's a difference between jargon and lingo, and lingo is inclusive, jargon is like alienating. So certainly, but that's so great. I love the idea of having, learning with a partner. I think, the CryptoGals learned, talking amongst the CryptoGals, we all had like partners who were very assuring and encouraging of us learning. Like, I think it was Diana, whose boyfriend got her on the NAS Academy course to make sure she got financially literate and independent. Myself, my husband, and I are almost competitive when we are getting financially literate on crypto. And now he's sort of almost competitive with me on like how I'm more advanced than him or whatever.
Yeah,
and
we'll definitely make sure you win.
Thank you. You're my greatest cheerleaders. Thank you. He's on. Oh, there he is. He's wagging his finger. Yeah, thank you. You could just eject him from the call now. But yes, cool, awesome. That's great. Thank you for the background. So I'm super excited to kind of welcome Raymond and kind of get everyone to ask him questions. But yeah, I think there's actually a fun joke you mentioned that you guys as a pair, speaking of partners, as a pair, you're kind of you from a music background and Raymond from like the consulting blockchain background. You're like the blockchain melody, a play on that wonderful symphony. So that's quite cute, I thought. But yeah, let's get started. So Raymond, I'll have you introduce yourself. You've written this wonderful book that a lucky person in the audience is going to win. But yeah, you come from a specialist background, having come from computer science and now consulting in the crypto space. But yeah, I'll let you kind of go into kind of what you've done, and we'll get into questions. Raymond, I'll hand it over to you.
Hello, everyone. Okay, my name is Raymond. Actually, I was in blockchain for a long time. Actually, I was primarily, of course, in open source. I mean, of course, I have a computer science degree, so I have been always in the technology field for the last 20 years. I mean, if you count from the time where I was dabbling with computers since 12 years old, you are dealing with about 30 to 40 years. Okay, so so basically, I've been dabbling with computers for a long time. The thing is that, of course, I've been dabbling with open source, and but what I want to tell you today is not really about my technological background. Is because the thing is that the blockchain phenomenon can only be understood from the viewpoint of economic standpoint. Because even I feel that a lot of my peers in technology, they are not really understanding the phenomenon very well, and that's for them now. But okay, about 6-7 years ago, I was involved in blockchain mining, mining Bitcoin and things like that. I mean, I don't know whether you guys, you're talking about 6-7 years ago, people are doing Bitcoin mining. Like, people don't really do Bitcoin mining now, except for the big guys, it's too difficult to do it now. And then subsequently, I was in Singapore. Then, of course, that there was a period of time in 2017, there was this ICO thing, initial coin of, I was doing it. So I was, if I am not wrong, I should be the first ICO in Singapore, okay? But never mind that, never whether I'm the first or second, or this doesn't really matter. Then, of course, fast forward to now, of course, I'm involved in, but of course now, in the 2020, as a result of the evolution of the blockchain, of course, there is a new field by the name of decentralized finance, okay, in which normal people like you and me can, place your money into the blockchain, and then you can get like 100% a year. Instead of putting into the bank in Singapore, you maybe get 0.1% a year. So it is a drastic difference. Okay. So long story short, this is my background, and also as a result, I wrote a book about blockchain. But although I am technically inclined, the book is not really for the technical audience. I didn't write it with the perspective from a technology perspective. I wrote it with a perspective of economics. Okay, so that's all for now. I await all your questions.
Okay.
Awesome. Julio, so I think the first person we have up is Bianca from the US, Bianca Everett. So yeah, take it away. Excited for your first question.
Hey guys, good morning, good evening, wherever you guys are. My first question is, first of all, I'm from New York, and I'm definitely trying to just get to know as much as possible. So thank you for this opportunity. What is blockchain and how does it work? Love to really kind of dive into that because I'm still trying to define.
Okay. So let me share some slides to make it easy for you guys. Okay, now you see this slide. Okay, nice. Okay, so now what is blockchain and how it works? Okay, so now let's compare to something that you know for a fact how it works. Okay, so now we talk about before blockchain. Okay, all your records are stored and recorded and managed by centralized entities. In the case of let's say your financial records, it is probably stored by a bank. Like your amount of balance that you have, the amount of loan that you have, whether you get a loan to buy a certain real estate, whether you bought a house, if you're using it, but the banks will have all the information. Okay, so they are stored before blockchain. They are stored by banks. Okay, and of course, banks are not the only entity that store records. Government as well. So for example, I mean, of course, we all have our passports. We have our own identification cards. And for Singapore, we have CPF, and for Americans, probably you have the 401k, like some government record on how much money, they are managing for you and things like that. So before blockchain, banks, governments, and big institution, big company like Facebook manage all the information. That is before blockchain. So we got to understand blockchain by before and after. Okay. So after blockchain, what happens? After blockchain, what happens is that all your records are stored on computer and servers that could be managed and run by individuals like me and you. Okay, of course, when you hear of the term Bitcoin mining, what does Bitcoin mining mean? Bitcoin mining, you see, the thing is that people misunderstood Bitcoin mining. People think of it as that time when people were doing Bitcoin mining, they were terming it as a Ponzi scheme and all this thing. The point is that when people were doing Bitcoin mining, they are actually contributing to the economy. How do they contribute? They contribute by verifying records, storing records, and that is why they are being paid Bitcoin for their service. So actually, in a blockchain system, all your records is stored in disparate servers and machines all over the world. And as a result of that, let me just ask you this very simple question. Can anyone modify your record? Do you think anyone can modify your record? Okay.
With much difficulty.
Okay, very difficulty. The point is that if the record is stored by everyone, the irony is that it's very hard to modify a record because it is so hard to modify a record without any other computers knowing. It is impossible. Okay. So on the other hand, let's say if your record, let's say compared to the before blockchain, okay, you got to understand the drastic difference. If your record is stored by the government, okay, do you think that your record can be modified? Yes. That means you actually do not have freedom. Okay, you do not have liberty. Okay. So the thing is, how about your banking information? If the bank is the one that manage your financial information, it can be seized. Okay, it can be. The access to the bank, the access to your wealth can be denied from you. okay? But after blockchain, okay, during and after blockchain, do you think your wealth can be denied from you? The government have no access to your wealth. The government have no access to your records. And therefore, as a result, there are a lot of people in the blockchain world that says that blockchain is a freedom tool, okay? But I do not think they can explain very well because they couldn't explain it without attacking the government. I mean, that's the problem with them. Yeah, some of my peers now. I mean, I have the same level of understanding as they have. It's just that I do not think that they spend as much effort as me to explain to the normal layman. You know, the people who do not have 40 years of technological experience. Okay.
So just to kind of summarize what you were saying, Raymond, and sorry to interrupt. And just for the audience, so it is essentially, as you say in layman's terms, it's kind of, you know, they talk a lot about it being like distributed ledgers, like a record. And so, you know, I'm trying to simplify it down here, but, you know, so it when I say it would take a lot of effort for someone to manipulate, maliciously change the record of your transaction, or not even a transaction, just like a record of something. They would have to change that on several servers, which is why it's difficult, and why you're saying it's freedom, it's it was why we use words like decentralization and so on and so forth.
Yes. It is practically impossible. You look at the recent crackdown by China. Yes, it sort of crashed the market by $1 trillion. But the thing is that blockchain is still alive, you know. It may not be alive in China, but it's fine. We will protect the record on behalf of the Chinese citizen.
Yes, you know? Of course. Yeah. There shouldn't be a beholder.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Raymond. So next up, we have a question from Marie. How you pronounce?
Hi.
Hello, Marie. Yes. Okay. Yes. Please. Feel free to ask a question.
Yeah. So as you're saying, Raymond, that everything is decentralized, will there be a possibility for the government to create their own Fed coin and then ban all the other cryptos? Will that be possible?
Very good question. Okay. Very good question. Okay. Of course, recently, as you know, the only government that has done that, the central bank currency, is only China. Okay, I don't know who will be the next one. It seems like maybe Singapore is on the radar, because actually Singapore has been experimenting with a central bank currency, cryptocurrency, since about maybe 3-4 years back. You know, they call it Project Ubin. You know, so Singapore could be the second one. I don't know, but there could be another country that is before Singapore. You know, Singapore, I mean, could be quite conservative on a lot of fronts. But the thing is that most importantly, when you ask this question, we have to address what are the factors. The thing is that, okay, look at central bank. Okay, central bank cryptocurrency. Okay, look at it this way. If the central bank ever launch in Singapore, which is MAS, okay, if they ever launch a cryptocurrency that's backed by the government, will I use it? The answer is yes, because maybe I want the convenience. I would use it to, you know, every day when I go out of the house, you know, I may need to buy food, I may need to buy a coffee. Would I use the government's central bank cryptocurrency? Of course. It better be convenient, because that's the only reason why I use it. Well, I will store about $300 or a few $1,000 on the wallet, but that's about it. It's for my usage. You know, like if I expect to spend $5,000 a month, then I'll just put $5,000 in it, and I'll just go about my life and think, and then I will just go on with my life without putting more than $5,000 a month into the wallet. But do you really think that I will put millions of dollars on it? Of course not. Because the central bank cryptocurrency does not have freedom. Okay. But having said that, your question is more like whether they will implement and then whether they will ban. So it's another level. Okay. Okay, you must understand from the historical standpoint. You see, the thing is that, you know, many people complain about China not having freedom, but you guys are complaining about the wrong thing, because China never promises to give anyone freedom. So if they do not give it, you shouldn't blame them for it because they never told you it. But however, if the American government promised to give you freedom, if they do not give it, or if they took it away from you through whatever means they have by like printing a lot of money or by controlling all your life, all this thing, if they do that, then I can fault them. You see, I can never fault China because they never claim to give you freedom. So why do you complain about China when they don't give you freedom? They are just what they are. They are who they claim to be. Okay, so that is for China. Okay. But the thing is that if you talk about Singapore, let's say Singapore is the next country that implement a central bank currency. Do you think Singapore will actually ban cryptocurrency? I don't think so, because it goes against our constitution. But of course, I mean, I don't want to go into technicality, because after all, we are, we were a UK colony. We were an English colony before, so we sort of inherit a law. So as a result of that, there are certain freedom that are promised to us, okay? And China does not have the lineage, so they do not have to promise you because they never promise you that anyway, okay? But Singapore had that promise, okay? So it's hard for the Singapore to take away that control, to take away that freedom. And the thing is that you must understand, then the thing is that in layman terms, then if the people ever choose not to use cryptocurrency is because they are not useful, okay? Then you got to understand one question, okay? I do not think that Singapore will ever ban cryptocurrency, or for that matter, any common law country will ever ban the cryptocurrency. It is technically against their constitution, okay? So, but of course, there are some countries that have a flexible reading of their constitution, but let's not go into that area first. Let's go to the functionality, okay? So the thing is that, you see, we have to discuss whether the functionality of cryptocurrency is something the people would use, whether the central bank implement any cryptocurrency or not, okay? First of all, central bank cryptocurrency will never give you 100% interest, okay? However, the decentralized finance on blockchain, they depending on which one you're selecting, they would give you 100% returns a year. So, just look at it from the economic standpoint. Would people still continue to use cryptocurrency? I would think that the answer is yes, because even if central bank give you the cryptocurrency, first, I do not have the freedom, because you can take away my money anytime, okay? And even if you don't take away my money, I would not have 100% a year. But on the DeFi platform, the DeFi means it's short form for decentralized finance, okay? So when it's on decentralized finance, I can have 10%, 20%, 30%, 40%, 50%, or depending on what you choose, can be 200% a year. How does a central bank able to give me that? Not possible. So as a result of that, I do not think that in common law countries, the country can ever legally and constitutionally ban the use of cryptocurrency. And beyond that, I do not think that from a market standpoint, people will only choose central bank cryptocurrency and not use decentralized cryptocurrency. I hope that answers your question.
Yeah, Raymond, I would say there's a question now from Niraj. Maybe Niraj, you want to ask your question, because I think it's related to what Raymond just said. Feel free.
Okay, yeah. So this is, I think I heard this from a podcast a few months ago, and they were saying that there's a pop chance that central banks could place a time limit, and therefore you'd be, or the citizens would be forced to spend it by a certain date, and almost creating an artificial uptick in the economy. What's your view on that?
Okay. Okay, you can understand this answering this will require a bit of legal knowledge, but I will just try to be as layman as possible. So, but anyway, I'm not a lawyer, so I can only be layman, okay? So the thing is that you got to understand one very This is day to day we meet with all the time, but we do not think about it until I point out to you. Do you know that the money, you know, the currency issued by the central bank that you may be holding in your hands, do you know that? I just want to stop the sharing and show you actual cash. Okay, look at this. Okay, this is a currency issued by the Singapore MAS. Okay, do you know that by law, this money that I hold in my hand, do you know that it's not my property? Do you know that? I mean, if I don't ask it, you will never think about it. But when I ask it, then you will start to think. Do you know that if I ever go to a police officer and I tear this dollar note in front of him, do you know I can be arrested for destroying public property? So they can only arrest me for destroying a public property because this is not my property, right? You get it? So therefore, as a result, by extension, a central bank issue cryptocurrency is not your property because the legal right extend all the way to government issue cryptocurrency. Okay? So the thing is that, so to address the question you asked, whether it's possible they will put a time limit to the money in your crypto, central bank crypto wallet, technically they can implement that. But I am not sure whether they will go to the trouble to implement that. You get my answer. I don't know whether I answer your question. I mean, I just want to tell you how lacking of freedom money is. But I'm going to compare with cryptocurrency. If I hold a Bitcoin, actually I have a Bitcoin here. Yeah, but it stick to the. I have a fake Bitcoin here. Wait, I have a Bitcoin coin here. Okay. I cannot take out, it stick to the floor. Anyway, when I have a Bitcoin in my crypto wallet, the legal difference is that the Bitcoin in my Bitcoin wallet, I can say is my property. You know the subtle difference? The money you hold, the money I hold now is not my property. But if I ever hold a Bitcoin, it is my property. So the legal difference is that. So as a result of that, do you know that the government right to implement KYC, that means know your customer, that means they want to check whether you are who you are when you use the money, is because in the law, that is the term of usage. If you use my money, you have to tell me who you are. However, if I use Bitcoin, you got no legal grounds or constitutional grounds to ask me for my identity because my privacy right is protected under the constitution of all common law countries. But not China, because China is not common law, okay? You get my point?
Yes. That actually leads really well into, that was a great question, thank you. But that leads really well into the next question, which is from Michael Ko, who I don't believe is here, so I'm gonna ask it on his behalf. But yeah, Raymond, you talked a lot about China previously in answer to, I think it was Marie. So Michael asks, why did China ban crypto mining and crypto exchange? Is it just energy consumption or much more? I think we kind of might already know your answer to it, but yeah, go on.
Okay, so why did China ban cryptocurrency? But I guess for China, when they ban cryptocurrency for a very simple reason, because that you know, I don't know whether you guys are able to tell. I love to read history, and of course, one of the history I like to read is Chinese history. Of course, being a Chinese myself. And a lot of people who do not read Chinese history, they criticize China for the wrong thing, okay? You must understand, from the China perspective, there is, the main reason why they want to ban cryptocurrency is very simple, because they are launching their own central bank cryptocurrency. So there is competition, okay? And just by virtue, you have Bitcoin, it will threaten their implementation of a central bank cryptocurrency. And is it legal for them to do that? Is it against the constitution? The answer is no.
And they're creating their own cryptocurrency, Raymond. In principle and theory, it wouldn't be decentralized, right?
Yes.
It's kind of what you mentioned earlier, like federal government cryptocurrencies aren't cryptocurrencies.
Yeah.
They're not private. They're not decentralized at all.
Yeah. So just like what I say about money, generally speaking, the money, even if you hold a Chinese yuan, you go to a police officer and tear it. But of course, nobody really use cash in China nowadays. If you tear a Chinese note in front of a police officer, I believe you can be arrested for destruction of public property. It is not your property. Okay? So, then of course, there is another social reason of why they are banning cryptocurrency. I cannot deny that. You see, China is 1.3 billion people, okay? Are they very smart people? Yes, of course. I mean, you go to the coastal cities, Shanghai, Guangzhou, Beijing, and Shenzhen. There are so many talented people there. You know, the Chinese are very talented. But let me just tell you for a fact. Are there a lot of stupid Chinese around? Yes. And their numbers in millions or so. There are millions of talented people. There are millions of stupid people. So the thing is that when they allow cryptocurrency to be in the country, there is another social problem. Because the thing is that the people who are not so smart, they cannot analyze. They will just dump their life saving into it, and you will create a big social problem. And I understand why they have to do what they do. Especially the law also allows them to do it, because seriously, they never promise you freedom. They never promise their citizen freedom. Because the thing is that social progress and social safety and lifting 1.3 billion people out of poverty is more important than your personal liberty. For that's their point of view. Okay.
And so I'm trying to figure out the implication here. So you feel that the government banned, going back to the question, you feel the government banned cryptocurrency and is trying to create their own, or has created their own, in order to have more control over the, like the volatility, I guess, and the liberty of what cryptocurrency has created.
Yes.
Got it. Okay. So they're able to, for example, control inflation and that kind of stuff.
Yes.
As they do with, the yen. Okay. Got it. Cool.
Okay. So thank you to Michael for that question. And next up, let's hear from Bianca Galvin. We have 3 Biancas in the room. So this is the last Bianca. Bianca, feel free to
hey, good morning from Texas. Can you hear me okay?
Hello.
All right.
Yes.
And good afternoon, good evening to many of you. So I have a couple questions here. First one, having several parts to it, but essentially, so I know that blockchain technology is often associated with cryptocurrency. I'm wondering, what are some other real world applications for blockchain technology? What does cryptocurrency do aside from monetary value? I've heard it transfers information.
Okay, very good question. Okay, in the year of 2017, there are a lot of people want to start blockchain project on different kind of use case. But I feel that many of the use cases are meaningless. But there are some successes. There are a lot of failures. Okay, so there are people who try to use blockchain, to have an identification system that will replace the passport. But it is really ill-structured and ill-thought of, because the thing is that no custom in the world, no airport custom in the world will ever accept a blockchain-oriented and not government-issued passport. Okay, so that one nobody will use it. Okay, so the project is called Civic, and I think it's not very popular now. I think it's not really successful. But the thing is that, moving on, of course, there are a lot of blockchain projects, which I feel that there are some users to it. Like, for example, they have blockchain-based, you can think of it as a blockchain-based Dropbox or a blockchain-based Google Drive, okay? What is the benefit of this? First of all, it is cheap, way cheaper than Amazon, way cheaper than Google Drive, way cheaper than Dropbox, okay? But the most important thing is not about its cost, okay? The most important thing is that, as per blockchain, the blockchain-based file system can never be taken off. So there's freedom, okay? So that one, I firmly believe in it. Actually, I always try to look out for a blockchain-based file system. That means nobody can take away with it, and plus it's cheap, of course. Okay, so that is for file system. And then, of course, moving on to 2020, there was a massive use case. Of course, okay, wait, you were talking about other than money. Okay, let's talk about other than money first. Okay, there was one blockchain app which I firmly believe in it very much, is that they are using the blockchain technology to do up a messenger. Okay, so your SMS, your Facebook Messenger, your WhatsApp, your even Signal, Telegram, all these things is centrally controlled. Okay, I mean, they can say all they like. They will say their user term and condition is that they will never see your data, all these things. But the point is that, why should I trust you? Why should I trust that you will not see my data? Okay, you are saying that you won't do evil, but the thing is that I want the point that you cannot even do evil if you want to. You see, so the blockchain messenger, which is one of the projects called Status. After that, you can go take a look at it. It is still very bare bone. Status messenger ensures that only the recipient can read my message, and only the sender can read his own message. Nobody else can read the message, not even Status. I mean, of course, Signal promises you they will not look at your message, but why should I trust you? You are centralized. You get my point? You made a promise that you will not read my message, but why should I trust you? Why should I trust you will do what you say? There's no reason for me to trust you at all. You get my point? So there are, these are the very valid non-money oriented use cases, and there are more and more coming out. Of course, the up and coming use case, of course, non-fungible token. Okay, non-fungible token is like a painting or what, but the thing is that you extend the logic further. NFT can be used to represent real estate. Okay, so instead of using paper or computer system that represent your deed title of your of your house or of your condominium or whatever, of your bungalow or this thing, instead of that, you could use an NFT to represent that. So that is a use case. That means your ownership of that house is undeniable. It cannot be denied. Okay?
I've heard there are some interesting applications of blockchain in healthcare. Have you heard of those? Like, tracking those who are vaccinated and things?
I heard of them, but I believe they are still being developed, like storing the data on blockchain, all these things.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. First of all, I think the size of the data in medical files are really too big. I heard some development about it, but my point is the same point about the blockchain identification system. The thing is that it is highly politicized. A medical system is highly politicized. It is regulated by tons of organizations.
Yes. Especially the public healthcare system, especially like the NHS, that would be impossible to.
My guess is that they will fight against it. They will say that this is logical. They will say, why should I trust this? Why should I store the medical record on a blockchain?
Yeah,
how do you know? They will create doubt in you, and then therefore, and the thing is that you know the mathematics is sound, but these politicians do not argue by mathematics. They argue by.
I think the NHS is still using Microsoft 95, something like that. So can you imagine? So are there any other industries in which you envision, just kind of coming back to Bianca Galvan's question, are there any other, if we take it by industries, do you have any other industries in which you envision blockchain technology, say a 10-year view, really skyrocketing, being applied in things? So we've seen it in the creator economy really sprinting this year. What other industries can you see it having an uptake?
Honestly, the most obvious field now is finance. Then the finance will lead on to other things, and then NFT is quite direct. And NFT, the thing is that NFT will lead on to many things, because NFT addresses ownership. Okay.
Yeah, I've heard real estate is a space to look into ownership.
So there could be some usage in that, and but what I discover is that usually when you want to use blockchain to revolutionize any industry, it has to be something that the consumer demands. Then the supplier, the vendor, is forced to comply.
Oh, I love this from Niraj. Sorry to interrupt. Like he asks, could accounting records operate on blockchain systems so the public will inspect the records as those records cannot be tampered with? That's a great idea. You know, because audits is a huge part of every company's.
Yes. The thing is that I tell you, because I talk to auditors also. Okay, technically speaking, your understanding is correct. It cannot be tampered with. Okay, but the thing is that now the auditors and the people who control the auditors, they are creating doubt. Okay, the thing is that because normal auditing practice, they need someone to sign off. Okay, then I ask you, in a blockchain, who is signing off? Who is signing off? Okay, so even it cannot be tampered off, just by virtue there's nobody signing off. Actually, there is someone signing off. It's called a robot. It's called the miner. The miner is signing off. But the point is that just by virtue no humans are signing off, they refuse to accept that it is it can pass audit requirement.
But in terms of the transaction, I quite like that idea that there's no tampering thereafter after the transaction, which I think is what Niraj, you're kind of trying to say.
Yes, of course. But the auditors are trying to delay the inevitable as much as possible, because now their reason is that nobody is signing off, right? So I'm not going to accept it. So, Naraj, you see, okay, we are simplifying the whole thing. You may say that eventually the director will sign off, yes, but the directors won't dare to sign off unless someone is signing off. You get my point. And the thing is that I tell you, any first director that will sign off on the record that is only on blockchain, I would expect him to be sued for negligence. Okay?
So we're going down a rabbit hole here, and we have a lot of questions to go, but I really love where you're going, Niraj, as someone who's taken part in auditing. I like the idea of simplifying the audit process. So love that. We should talk.
Maybe can I just add one more thing? I think like another field which like this NFT could be applied is like, for example, in terms of certification, for example, like university certs and all that. What I heard, I haven't verified it, that it's like one university is already doing that, where your graduation cert is on the blockchain and it exists as an NFT, so people can't fake that they really got that cert. Okay, so just that little comment. Okay, so next up we have Hillary. Hillary, are you here?
Hello, good evening, good morning, whatever fits.
Hi.
So I have a question here because I can be considered a crypto virgin, like really like a kindergarten level in crypto and blockchain. So my question is, for us crypto virgins, Raymond, what is your ultimate advice before we invest in crypto?
So can you repeat your last question? Can what crypto virgins what?
Before we invest in crypto, what is your ultimate advice? Like probably kind of like your how would I say it?
Warning.
Yeah, that word.
What is the warning? Is it okay before you invest in cryptocurrency? Okay, I would say that just like any other stock trader in any other financial market, they will tell you to not be emotional. I mean, the thing is that there are times in which I'm emotional. I will not click a button on anything. The thing is that and I'm rarely emotional anyway. But my point is that there are times in which I'm emotional. But when you're emotional, don't go near to the computer and try to do any trade. Okay, don't try to. Okay, first of all, for me, I also believe that before you do any investing into the cryptocurrency, and of course, this is my view, I'm not offering any financial advice, okay? When you put your money into any cryptocurrency, I will look at it from the standpoint of economics, okay? It's just plain economics. And the thing is that I will look at the number of users and the transaction volume. And the thing is that I just want to say one thing, which I think a lot of people who are in the traditional finance will be disagreeing with me, okay? People are always saying that crypto is actually more dangerous than stock market. I actually disagree, okay? Let me tell you one thing, okay? If you are a Coca-Cola shareholder, I ask you one thing. Do you know how many people are drinking Coca-Cola at this hour? Do you know?
No.
You will never know. But I can tell you, I know how many people are using Bitcoin at this minute. I can tell you to the exact number. I know how many people are using Bitcoin now. Since I know the information, how can it be risky?
But Raymond, like we also got to be careful, like with some crypto predators out there, right? Like you were saying, telling me all the time.
When you are crypto virgin, there are a lot of crypto predators. Okay, let me just tell you what are crypto predators. Okay, I would say that 99. Okay, 99 maybe is too much. Maybe 95. There's some improvement. 95% of what you see on the net are all bullshit. Okay, why? You know when you say you go to YouTube and learn about crypto, come on. Do you know all these influencers are paid to talk about the shit coin? They are paid. Why should I trust you? You are paid. You are paid to say this super farm is good. You know, there is a real coin, but please don't buy it. Okay. So I'm just telling you an example that you should not buy. Okay, like super farm. You know, you should never. But there are a lot of shilling on what they call shilling on the net. You know, they would say, wow, this the chance of next generation. You know, this is like the tech. You know, these are all nonsense. Okay. You just look at the number of people using it, you don't really see a point, okay? So, there are a lot of crypto predators on the net, and you shouldn't listen to their nonsense, okay? But however, if you see there is a crypto speaker that talk about economic utility, you can listen more to them because I think they're talking more sense, you see. But they talk about, wow, this Shiba Inu coin, you know, or the Dodge killer, you know, come on, let's just forget about it and just move on, okay?
What would you say are really good warning signs to, you know, it's such a big ocean out there. What would you say are the kind of warning signs of predators and shit coins and snake oil? Yeah. You know, I've seen my fair share, and I'll kind of do my digging on Twitter and see that they are indeed paid for influencers. I've come across that. I don't want to get in trouble and name them in public, but yeah. So what do you do to spot the indicators? What are the clear signs?
You see, the thing is that all these shit coins, they are really getting better and better, and they now actually look indistinguishable, and unless you really know how to look beyond it, and then it's really hard. But I would say that one very simple thing is that in blockchain, unlike companies, okay, in blockchain, you can always see what they call a blockchain explorer, you know, and when you see a blockchain explorer, you can always see the number of users for the last 10 minutes. So you say it's such a good coin, show me that one. Okay? Show me.
That's really interesting. Yeah. I've also looked into, like, you know, ICOs that are really just like pump and dumps, like the ape-ins of, like, when you know, ICO founders who kind of basically take money and go. Is that a good thing to give fair warning about of new coins?
Okay, the thing is that you see they are, like I say, it is very indistinguishable now. The thing is that like, you know 6 months back, I'm against projects that have anonymous founders. Once you have anonymous founder, you are screwed, you're out. Okay, you are out. You're not, because anonymous is Bitcoin is also anonymous, you know. But the thing is that we cannot deny the code is as is, it works, okay? But you're talking about there are other projects who are anonymous, and 6 months back, I would just say no to you, okay? Very simple. But the thing is that I mean, I'm starting to appreciate why some of the crypto projects are anonymous, because if they are not, and I mean it in a good way, because the thing is that if you are involved in crypto projects, let's say if you are a crypto project running like PancakeSwap is anonymous, okay? But I was thinking, what could be a good reason why you are anonymous? The good reason is that if you are not anonymous, I do not think that you can pass through any custom in the world. Once you take a plane, you'll be arrested and stop, finished. Because the thing is that America controls every country, almost every custom, okay? If they demand Australia to arrest this person when they pass through a custom, I do not think that Australia would deny, okay? They make Canada arrest the founder, the CFO of Huawei. What can they not do? That is why, I mean, I know they are American friends here, but you see, I'm not against China not giving their citizen freedom, okay? Because they never promised to give. But America promised to give. And you took it away. And you took it away from people who are not even citizens. Okay, so then what? Okay, that is what I'm okay, never mind. I don't want to criticize America anymore. So my point is that the PancakeSwap, I put money into it because, first of all, their number of users is coming through. I mean, I can see from the Blockchain Explorer there are massive number of users, there are massive transaction volume, and cannot be denied because it's on the blockchain. Okay, I can relate to the fact why you are anonymous, because you probably value your freedom. And there are a lot of earlier projects that the founder are not anonymous. They are truly arrested and jailed by Americans. Really?
Yeah. Interesting.
And it's scary. The thing is that, you know, when I'm in Singapore doing a blockchain project, I have no fear that because of blockchain, the government will actually jail me. But if I am ever in America, I fear for my freedom. And if I'm an American doing a blockchain project, I fear that I may be jailed. End of story. Finish.
Yeah, interesting. Cool. So lots of kind of messages, lots of dodgy stuff going, you know, kind of with not to quote Spider-Man, but with a lot of freedom comes a lot of responsibility. Gosh, I never knew that movie would come into such use. But we have a great question from Laura, who's our lovely Spanish lady in South Korea. Fun fact, she's like fluent in Korean, I believe. So Laura has a question on Ethereum. I'm so glad she's asking this question. Laura, do you want to take it away?
Yes. Okay. So I heard that Ethereum is being a blockchain. What does it mean? And what are the different types of blockchain? And what are altcoins?
Sorry, can you repeat the question?
Yeah. Okay. I heard that Ethereum is a blockchain. So what does it mean? And what are the implications of this type of blockchain? And what are altcoins?
iCoin. Wait. I just
ALT.
altcoins. Okay.
Altcoin.
Okay. So the thing is that like this. Okay, Ethereum. Okay, Bitcoin is the first blockchain project. Okay. Ethereum is the first blockchain smart contract project. So there is some difference. Okay. Bitcoin only stores payment transaction information. Okay. The blockchain only stores payment transaction information. That's what Bitcoin is about. Okay, but Ethereum, it is a blockchain, but it does not just store payment information. It stores logic. Okay, it stores the fact that I am lending you money. It stores the fact that I am giving you an asset. I am giving you a painting. You know, it stores all the information. So it is much more functionality than just Bitcoin. Okay, so the Ethereum as a blockchain, my view is that eventually it will flip Bitcoin, because to me Bitcoin is actually shitcoin. Okay, I mean, other than payment information, what do you store? I mean, it's the first instance, it's the first show of what blockchain can do, but That's about it. The thing is that you cannot do anything else. But Ethereum, for example, you can store, the fact that you and me have a contract, you and me have a, agreement to do certain thing, or I pass you a painting, I pass you a building, I have an NFT that represent ownership into a condominium, I can sell it to you, I can loan it to you, I can lease it to you, things like I can do all that on the Ethereum blockchain, but I can't do that on a Bitcoin. Okay, so Ethereum will eventually surpass Bitcoin value. This is my opinion, because it's unavoidable, because the thing is that there's no economic use to Bitcoin. Okay, the thing is, of course, it's my opinion that Ethereum will also be surpassed by some other coin. Okay, but let's not go into detail. Okay, you were asking about altcoins. The altcoins, but I mean, if you're talking about altcoins, there are 10,000 of them. Okay, so I do not know whether you want to zoom down to any specific altcoin you want to talk about, or you want me to talk about generally of the 10,000 altcoins, or which one you want to speak about?
Generally will be okay, just generally.
Okay. Generally, okay, so most of the altcoins, they were formed in the year of 2015. They are sort of like, they are just competition with Bitcoin, like mining, you need a lot of energy, you need a lot of server, all these things, okay? So 2015, 2013, those are the years that people test about something else. They are using your ownership of the coin as that means they are more energy efficient, okay? So those are the next generation of altcoins, okay? So coming forward, the altcoins now have more function. The altcoins are coins, some of them are living on the Ethereum blockchain. So the other altcoins are like, like Aave or Compound, they record loan information. They may, let's say you put up your coin as a collateral, and then you can put your Bitcoin to be lent to someone, and then you earn the interest, and then then you make money. So these are the different coins that have other users. Users are there. Of course, these are in the area of decentralized finance. Okay, so these are the users. I personally do not think will go away. Okay, because loan is a natural human need. It's a natural market need. Okay, you can do that on blockchain, but now you can get a loan on blockchain. Is better and faster than getting from a bank. Okay, so they are talking about other altcoins. There are many. There are 10,000 of these, and of course there are a few main kind of altcoin. One is a smart contract, which is like Ethereum, Phantom. Okay, then the other kind is what we call the Oracle blockchain, which is to provide information, because the blockchain need information from the world to make a decision, like the exchange rate of USD to SGD, for example. They need this information. They must get it from somewhere. So this Oracle blockchain, and then there are some is meme coins that we've called it the Shiba Inu, Dogecoin, and a lot of dog coin. Then later got some cat coin. There's so many animal and pets related coin, which to me is all shit coin. Okay, and then
yeah, Raymond, sorry. There's a question that came in, is like, what about stable coins? Is it like as an altcoin? Is that considered an altcoin? Stable coins.
Technically, the definition of altcoin is any other coin other than Bitcoin. So stable coin is altcoin. Okay? So the stable coin, I would say that you look at the usage of stable coin, it is getting very high now. Okay, so the thing is that if you consider a market cap, it is the third largest coin in the whole world. Okay, in the whole world, which is fantastic, because it may surpass Ethereum, it may surpass Bitcoin. Okay, but stablecoin are just really representation of money on the blockchain. Okay, that means the value will never drop. It is backed by USD or backed by any other crypto, backed by any other fiat-based currency that you may find in the rest of the government. Okay, so the stable coin is an altcoin, but there is great usage. The thing is that altcoin, stable coin is one of those coins that I feel that the usage will go up, because the thing is that I guess as people want to explore more of a blockchain, the first thing they will buy is maybe USD on the blockchain. So it's very clear that it's very clear that stable coin will go up. Okay. even if you do not want to buy Bitcoin, you can just put your money into a stable coin, and then you see, you just want to see what is it like to own a coin on a crypto, really. And then of course that after that you will discover that you can earn interest of it, you can make money of it. Even if you don't buy crypto, you can make like 10% to 100% depending on what you do. Okay, of course everything has fees. You can get 10% or 100% depending on what you do. And thereafter, I just asked the very simple question: why will you go back to the banks? Why? For what reason?
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm conscious there's sorry to interrupt, Iris. I'm conscious there's kind of a lot of jargon that's being spun around, like altcoins, stable coins, and there's like a large scale of crypto literacy in the room, which is not a bad thing at all. You know, we kind of welcome people who are just getting into crypto. So I just wanted to mention that we've created like a Google Doc, which we're treating as the crypto bookshelf. So we've given it kind of we're giving it access to everyone. That's the whole point. No, you don't have to pay for it. We're literally just putting stuff that has helped us. And one thing I chanced upon on the internet was like a crypto glossary, and it's helped me so much. Like all the yucky and also useful jargon, such as what the hell eighth in means, and also all the memes and things like that just helps you kind of understand all these conversations. Because what the hell is an altcoin? What is a stable coin? That kind of stuff. Because if people are talking about it when they teach you about the crypto thing, you kind of have to even know this language to even understand what they're saying. So we'll share around a link if you guys are interested. Just let us know. But yeah, I speak from experience. It helped me so much to even just it's like learning a new language. I've never chanced upon these words in any other industry. So if you're interested, let us know.
Okay, so next up, we have another very good question, which I think is a question that's very close to your heart, Raymond, about DeFi. So Victor would like to ask that question.
Okay, Victor, yes, the floor is yours.
All right, thank you. My question is, how can decentralized finance offer such high rates of return?
Yeah, for example, like more than 100%, and like, so I mean, his full question is, so perhaps you can help us, like, what is DeFi? How come we can offer more than 100%?
Okay.
And how can it afford to pay people such good rates without going bankrupt?
Okay. This one I will answer from the economic standpoint. But make no mistake, Victor, actually your question is very valid. And there are projects that give you 100%, they are scam coin, and there are projects that give you 100%, they are not scam coin. So it's really, like I say, it's hard to distinguish. So I'll answer these two aspects, okay? Very, very simple. Generally speaking, when a project is able to give you 100%, the money can only come from two places, okay? One, the obvious one is from the investors, okay? So they want to subsidize usage. So it's just like, when you want to, when Uber launches services and say, effectively they are paying you to use their ride. Maybe you pay 10 USD to have a ride, and then they need to credit you back for $10. Or things like that. So the thing is that the reason why they can give you this high return is because it's subsidized by the investor. Then the thing is that then the question is that maybe your question would be the next into why would investors want to subsidize such usage? Very simple. As you get used to the services, then after that, as you continue to use, they will earn back the $10 they gave it to you initially. So that is why they are able to give you 100% a year. Okay, so that's the simple way to understand it, So but the thing is that there are legitimate projects that does that, like the investor truly want to give you the return so that you use it. After that, you as a result of using it, then you stay with them, then they earn income from you. Okay, that's the legit one. But there are people who may want to entice you to put their money with them by also deploying their investor money. They will say, okay, I'll give you 100%, please put it here. Then after you put it there, what do? They run away. So there are two versions, okay? There are two versions, okay? So But having said that, my point to you is that how are they able to afford to give you the 100%? Yes, it's from the investor. That's one answer. Second source where the 100% come from. The second source can be through the tremendous usage of the services. Okay, you know when you put the money into the pool, people loan from it, people use it, people transact on it, and people, therefore the returns are generated. And don't be surprised, it's actually 100%. Okay, that's one. Okay, but the thing is that the next, perhaps the next thing I'm going to tell you is that I will tell you for a fact that actually the banks do earn that kind of returns from our money being placed into their account. Okay, the banks do earn that returns. Okay, but of course, as a bank customer, as a depositor, you don't get the 100% is because from their point of view, it's not your problem. Our contract only promise you 0.1%. So I give you 0.1%. It's not that they don't earn 100%, it's that you will give to their CEO as a pay package, you will give to their mid-level manager, you will give to their retreats, you will give to their
expensive office.
The massages, the returns are there. It's just that it's not given to you. You get my point. So your question about how are they going to afford 100%? The thing is that the 100% is there, but they're just not giving it to you. You get my point. In the bank, they don't give it to you because they don't need to give it to you. They never promise to give it to you. Okay. So they will give it their own massages, their spa, their trips, their retreats, their company retreats, their rewards journey to Japan, to Tokyo, to Paris, to London. They are paying for that because where does they get the money? The 100% returns from your money. You get my point. So the thing is that, which is why the beauty of DeFi is that part of that, the 100% go through no middleman and go straight to you. So it is possible to give you 100%. I don't know, Victor, did I answer your question?
Awesome. Thank you. And hi, Victor. Are you in Manila, Philippines, or somewhere in the Philippines? Hello.
Sorry, I think he has just one more question. Is this a Ponzi scheme?
Which one?
The 100% returns. No, right?
Some yes, some no. Like I say, it's very hard.
Great question.
Yes, great question. Some yes, some no. Okay, but generally, how do you? But the main question is how do you filter out the Ponzi scheme away from the non-Ponzi scheme? Generally speaking, I want to see a big number of users. For example, PancakeSwap has a big number of users. Okay, so it is not likely to be a Ponzi scheme. Okay, so that is my view. Okay, but if you see, there are some, there are some exchanges that they only have like less than 10 users and they promise you 1,000% returns. Are you going to put your money there? I am not. I am not. I would rather put at the PancakeSwap, which only give me 100%. Okay, rather than put into a dangerous place that give me 1,000%. Because then you can say whatever you want. You give me 1,000%, but you will take away my 100% anyway. So I'm not going to put my money there. You get my point. But having said that, I mean, of course, when I make a guess on a certain crypto or whatever, I am still guessing, okay? But I use whatever yardstick that I have. Generally, I have never been scammed before on blockchain, but I don't want you, as a result of this, then you say, wow, Raymond say PancakeSwap very good, then you put all your money, you sell your house and then put your money. No, that's not what I'm saying. Please don't do that, okay? Please don't do that, okay?
Yeah, but I think PancakeSwap, it's got some anonymous founders also, right?
Yeah. And for a long time, I didn't dare to put it there because I had anonymous founder. But the thing is that I start to appreciate why they have anonymous founder, because if they are not anonymous, they'll be arrested at a custom.
Interesting. Super interesting. So we're kind of tight on time, so I'll move on. But that's a super great question, Victor. And I definitely think we need like a whole conversation on that topic. So maybe one we should organize in future. So thanks so much. Our next question comes from Marie again. So we'll bring back Marie to unmute and kind of in the similar kind of DeFi theme. So Marie, do you want to go ahead?
Hi.
Also from the Philippines. Hi.
Yeah, also from the Philippines. So, Raymond, what are the several ways on how we can earn passive income through cryptocurrencies?
Okay, hold on a second. I prepared a slide for that. Let me just share, okay? Okay. So what are several ways to earn passive income, okay? First of all, you have the traditional mining, okay? But I mean, unless you really know what you're doing, don't do this anymore, because the people who are still in crypto mining, they are probably billion-dollar companies. So there's no way any individual can fight with them. Okay, it's too difficult. Okay, because mining is really very competitive on hardware. Okay.
Who are the companies that are doing it now, if you don't mind me asking? Or would you know?
I never keep track for a long time, but the thing is that the few things that come into mind will be Bitmain. You know, it's a listed company in America.
Okay, all right.
Bitmain, and they are selling the hardware for mining, but I believe they are also mining themselves. Okay, so there are I mean, for those people who are interested, you can just, after this session, you can go to search for, on the Google, search for crypto pools, okay? Pool mining, okay? They will give you a whole list of people who are involved in the pool mining. So you will see the pools that are in Bitcoin mining, then you see pools that are Ethereum mining, and these people, you look at the amount of computing power they have. You just calculate, it would take them, they will need to spend billions of dollars on it. So the thing is that, I mean, unless you really know what you're doing, or you are just doing it to learn and not to make money, you can do that, because if you are learn, I would just say offhand, because when you are learn, what you gain is knowledge, but you may not gain money. You may actually lose money. Okay, so but sometimes I would say that sometimes having the knowledge is also will make you the money back, in the future time to come. So just recently someone bought from me a miner hardware. I would told him, you don't expect to make money. It's probably not. You're gonna lose money. Okay, so the thing is that mining is one of them, and recently there was some new thing on the net. It's this coin called Chia. They are using hard disk to mine. There's a new thing, and then as a result of that, in the recent 1-2 months, the hard disk price in China went up by 3 times. Okay, so that is the other one, but don't bother, we are too slow. Anyway, you need too many hard disks to make to what. Okay, the other one, this one is more likely. This one is staking. Staking is actually more energy efficient. You can just buy certain coin that have staking reward, and then you just do some staking on it. And a few of the examples are like Waves. Waves.
Tell us, for those who don't know what staking is, how would you describe what staking is? It's kind of like the bond, right? Bonds of Bitcoin, of crypto, is it?
It's
like
not
giving them your money for a long time.
It's not exactly like bonds. It's like it doesn't behave like a financial bond. The thing is that when you use staking, you are earning reward from holding crypto. Okay, just so by holding your crypto and by doing something. For example, I have a crypto which I hold for a long time. It's called Wave. Okay, but the name is not important. But the key thing is that I spend about $3,000, $500 on it, and even until to now, every day is giving me $7 to $8.
Yeah.
Well, it's not bad. I mean, do you think that you open a bank account with $3, $500, it will give you $7 to $8 per day? No, of course not.
Sure.
You fed home and you wake up, and then the $3, $5 which I invested in Wave now, this $3, $5 is now worth 50,000. Okay, 50,000. Really, even with all the crash, okay, that's going on now. So the staking is something that you can do with relatively. You don't have to buy hardware. You don't have to buy a video card. You don't have to buy a hard disk to do anything. Okay, you just have to buy the coin, and then you can start with $1,000. You can start with 2,000. You can start with 5,000. You can even start with $100. You don't have to. you don't have to sell your house to buy it, because it's something they can learn with just $100, and then as you get more confident, you can increase your stake to 200, 500, or 5,000 or whatever, you know. And then what are the other things? Liquidity farming, okay? Liquidity farming, I would just give a very simple example. For example, you have a lot of Bitcoin, and then you don't feel like selling it now, and then what do you do with it? You put into a pool, you lend it out to people, okay? You lend it out to people, is like you get the interest, okay? So that is what you can do if you own coins. You know, these are quite passive, okay? But this requires to own some coins to begin with, but it doesn't hurt to buy some coins so that you can, like, you know, put in the farm, and then you lend it out, and then as a result of that, you know when they say you are like your own bank, this is truly like your own bank. The thing is that if you place your money into the bank, you know what they do with your money? They lend it out as well. But the interest goes to their, like I say, company retreats, company trip, spa, massages, the CEO multi-million-dollar pay, not your interest. So when you do that on the DeFi, the returns, the interest really goes to you. I mean, even if the miner take a bit of service charge, they probably maybe take away 1% or 2%. You know, some take 1%, some take 2%. So you can choose. But 99% goes to you of the return. Okay, and you get a payout every day. You don't have to wait till the end of the year. Okay, liquidity farming. Okay, crypto loan, using a loan as collateral. You know, donate out, or even you can use your Bitcoin as a collateral, borrow money, and buy more coins, and again farm it again. Okay. It's just like for those people who are into real estate, this is similar to refinancing, okay? This is okay. Anyway, the crypto passive income is basically these few slides, few ways.
Interesting. Awesome. So the next question I've been looking forward to all evening, it comes from Louisa. Louisa, do you want to take it away?
Hi, thanks, Bianca. Yeah, so Raymond, just like you mentioned about, the layer 1 blockchain protocol like Ethereum, right? So I'm wondering, what is your opinion on which project is the best layer 1 blockchain protocol, considering the trilemma of decentralization, scalability, and security?
You see, when I first saw your question, because they gave me the question, I would say that this question will never be asked by a crypto virgin, You will probably have some exposure to blockchain before you can ask this question. You got to have some appreciation of blockchain before you can ask this question. But anyway, having said that,
we're all different. We all are inclusive and are here with different scales of literacy. So Louisa is definitely a superstar, and we're learning a lot from her. So she's sold her NFTs to Binance and to different buyers. So we're happy to have her. And this is a great question. Snaps for Louisa.
Thanks, Bianca. So Raymond, I'm very interested in this space, and I do a lot of reading on this space. And actually, this is a question that I've not figured out yet, because I feel that it's evolving so quickly. So I'd like to hear, and I'm very interested in everyone's answer, right?
To answer your question, I want to answer it to you in a very short way, while not discounting how deep the question is. The thing is that as to, you must know, I have been I talk to my wife often. I say, for all those scaling problems that you meet at this present moment, actually this cryptocurrency that I put my money into is called Wave. It solved that problem 3-4 years back. All these problems that you meet are like slow transactions, Wave solved it years back, okay? Decentralized exchange, Wave solved it years back, okay? I mean, decentralized exchange, people talk about it now, but Wave solved it 4 years back. But you know why nobody talk about Wave? It's because they really suck at marketing. Okay? So when you ask me whether something is best or not best, according to the trilemma of this thing, I think we are asking the wrong question. You see, now the point is that I think we should ask who has the best marketing really. The thing is that you see, whenever you want to select a technology that win out, if you want to select based on technological merit, it has to be Wave. But the point is that their marketing sucks. Okay? And you look at the history of technology, the best product do not win. The best marketing will win. Okay? So the thing is that so the question is that who has the best marketing? Okay, I would think that is Ethereum-based blockchain. Okay, Ethereum-based blockchain, but of course, Ethereum-based blockchain, there are few. Ethereum is the overall family name of their kind of blockchain. Okay, so you have Binance Smart Chain, which is based on Ethereum. You have the Polygon Smart Chain, which is based on Ethereum also. It is the second layer of blockchain to Ethereum. Then you have a Phantom blockchain, which is compatible to Ethereum as well. Okay, whatever runs on Ethereum runs on Phantom. Okay, so Phantom, in my view, among all these candidates, Phantom is the best now. So that's how I look at it. They address the trilemma. Okay, it is both fast, scalable, and at the same time secure. Okay, to me, only Phantom fits that bill. Okay, but that's from a technological standpoint. Okay. But Wave also fit that criteria. But if you are asking me from the marketing perspective, I do not think that Wave will remain prominent. It is rather prominent now still, but I do not think that it will remain too prominent. I believe that, you see, because Ethereum has 99% of the smart contract, 99% of the decentralized finance is on Ethereum-based blockchain. Even if it's not the best tech, it will still win out. That's all I can say. Okay, so the thing is that I think Ethereum blockchain will have no choice but to win because of the number of users. You see, for them to change their programming language to go to another one is so difficult. Of course, people talk about Polkadot, Cardano, all these things. Honestly, do you really think they will win? I don't really think so. Okay, the history of technology evolution is always like that. The best product don't win out. If you have the best technology plus you have the best marketing with the big number of users, then yes, that is why whenever I look at crypto, I only look at the number of users. I don't look at anything else. I don't care what else you tell me. Dude, that means that when you can show me the number of users and the transaction volume that people are using it, then I would say that the chance of this crypto growing is very high.
That's an interesting input from Victor in the Philippines, but the fees in ETH are so high, and Ethereum are so high. Thanks for that, Victor. Louisa, anything to feedback to that?
So I was just using it yesterday, and it was like really low now. It's like low $1, $2, and maybe $6 for a complicated transaction, which is low for Ethereum blockchain.
Yeah. For Ethereum it's low, but
for this few weeks.
You guys can, if you are interested, you can explore Phantom, and it is an Ethereum compatible chain. And when I hear things $1 and you say it's cheap, I'm not used to it because Phantom is a fraction of a cent. It's like a cent divided by 1,000. So it is that cheap. Okay. So the thing is that Phantom is still, of course, gathering users. It is improving, and Polygon is very cheap also. Okay, and it is Ethereum compatible. So whatever Ethereum, there are a lot of Ethereum projects that went over to Polygon, and there are a lot of projects that went over to Binance Smart Chain. Okay, so they will grow. They will grow, and then of course, as more and more people are using it, I believe this change will make it accessible to the normal user. Okay, so the normal user just need to have a MetaMask wallet, which we also run a course on teaching you how to use MetaMask wallet. And after you have the MetaMask wallet, you can actually basically connect to 90% of the blockchain project in the whole world, and you will only increase, the number will only increase. Okay,
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Lisa, for that question. And thanks, Raymond. So yeah, that brings us to a close. If there are no additional
wait,
questions,
hold on.
or do we?
Hold
Sorry.
on. There are some. Okay.
Oh, that's
so
my bad.
Before we're gonna go to the last question soon. Okay, is a question that I've added in. Sorry, it's not in the script. But before that, can we all just go to the link if you haven't gone to the link to just give us, to just connect with us, join CryptoGals, okay, bit.ly/join CryptoGals, so that you can, later on we'll announce who are the winners for the book. Okay, so finally, okay, to the last question is to Raymond. How can we continue our learning in crypto? I mean, are there like resources or advice that you can give to people, like, you also mentioned something about the fact that YouTube videos, like, you also must know which one to listen to and stuff. Are you able to give us some advice?
Yeah, sure. First of all, this is a field with a lot of crypto predators, and it's very dangerous for crypto virgins. Okay, so let me just give you a few resources, huh? I guess some of the online websites, they are sort of reputable. I would say, there's a website called Cointelegraph. You could go there, and, it's like a sort of a blog and news website about crypto. I often go to Cointelegraph to look for news, and naturally, I sort of would trust the news there, and Cointelegraph, and then of course, but it's probably all around all the crypto sphere is about. So it may not be a structured way to learn cryptocurrency, but you are talking about, let's say you're talking about YouTube channel. There is a YouTube channel that I subscribe to. It's called Coin Bureau. Well, it's really good. It's really good. But I guess for Coin Bureau is I don't really think that it's for a beginner. Okay, but it sort of assumes some basic knowledge about crypto, and then he may talk about terminology that you may not understand. But of course, I find him very informative, right? And then I don't agree with everything he say, but generally what he say is informative and right on time, and but it just may be a bit complicated, It may not be crypto virgin may not really understand him. Okay, so that's the thing. Okay, so there are really not a lot of resources online that I feel that would be because there's so many. If I say YouTube and you, other than Coin Bureau, honestly everything else is shit. Okay.
The CryptoGals, if it helps, I'm gonna post the link of our CryptoGals bookshelf, and what, in the spirit of decentralization, we kind of self-verify collectively to kind of weed out the shit as much as possible. So I'm gonna post in this link in the chat box the bookshelf we're trying to collectively put together, resources and stuff. So it includes podcasts, like even tweets and things like that. It's a little bit thin at the moment, but obviously, like, only one of us has editing access at the moment, but everyone has commenting access. You can pass it on to your friends, and so just comment if you find something, and then if something turns out to be like crappy, we'll like comment your experience on it, and then we'll take it out and stuff. So I put it in the chat box, bookmark it, comment on if you want to add something in and stuff. But yeah, I kind of love the idea of sharing it around. It doesn't require permissions. Yeah.
So on this Thursday, I'm also giving a talk on this preview 4-hour crash course to learn about blockchain DeFi. Okay, this will be, I will talk more about the subject matter. You guys can can register for Thursday talk if you want to. So I mean, of course, I'm in the process of doing my own YouTube channel to talk about crypto. I will try to do it in such a way that that is layman enough with analogies and things like that, you know. And honestly, you know, when I'm involved in blockchain, I initially I just interested in the technology. I really want to use it as a means to, you know, create differences and changes to the world. But of course, the rest of the blockchain industry, actually, the bulk of it are interested in the pricing, all this thing. But anyway, that is why actually the thing is that if someone wants to pay me to shield the stupid coin, I won't be attracted to it. I'm not interested in talking about any coin that has no value, you know. The thing is that I really want to teach good information. And of course, you know, I also have a method of detecting crypto that will grow in value. Like for example, there are two main things, you know, number of users and the transaction volume. And that can be seen in a blockchain explorer. And of course, I will teach you how to see it. And after you see it, then there is no, you don't take chance. You just put your money into the place where the likelihood of making the most money is there. And usually I have been 100% accurate. But of course, I do not want to give you the impression that it's definitely 100%. Past result do not indicate future result. I mean, of course, every investment will have its risk. So you just invest with money you can lose. So that's all I can say now. So for those people who are interested in this, we can see each other again on Thursday. I will talk specifically about DeFi, and then you know, you in this course, I will teach you how to you know, make 100% a year, just like that, easy. Okay, there are some comments on the chat box. Let me see whether they...
And also, while you look at the comments, do we have the winners for the giveaway, actually?
Yeah, Iris, do you want to announce it?
Actually, I don't know who they are, so maybe...
Okay, so maybe you need to check somewhere to find out who the winners are.
Okay, so...
and don't worry, everyone. On Thursday, I am not the MC, so you won't hear cheesy jokes from me, unless Raymond changes his mind. Maybe I'll get a call. I'm free. Just letting you know.
Okay, so everyone, if you haven't filled up for the lucky draw, do fill it up. We will send you the physical book, actually. So the prize winners, we will ask you for your address, and then we will send the book out to you. It's also actually available on Kindle. Raymond, you have the Kindle link, but anyway, if we have the winners, we can announce now. If not, we can email them later or something. Sorry, we just need to get organized a bit regarding the winners.
Yeah, I guess I don't want to keep people, so maybe we'll email the winner later on.
Yeah, but before you guys go, if you don't mind to just maybe like share some things that you took away from this event with us, you know, you can join our social media and stuff, and let us know what you liked about it, and should we do it again, and what topics do you want to learn, or is there, like, you know, speakers that we can hear from that wouldn't mind to share their knowledge with us as well. Anything else?
And don't forget, this group isn't just for women. Obviously, we just spotted like a gap in the market in terms of, you know, needing to skill up women, but you know, do join us. It's important that we include men and women. If you know of women who want to join this group, pass them the link, send them our way. Our goal is to, with every, you know, we meet up every week. Our goal is to like bring another girlfriend in. So if you have wives, girlfriends, sisters, cousins, and so on, pass them the link. We want them to join us. So yeah, that would be great.
Maybe you can hear from some people, like even some guys here. I mean, we're just waiting for the winners to be to know who the winners are, but if anyone wants to just unmute and speak, you know, and just say something, how you feel about this event.
I would love to hear from the crypto virgin. Do you learn anything about crypto?
Just want to thank Raymond and Iris for this program, because I think it's very purposeful and meaningful for virgins like us. And I know Raymond is a very experienced and a good master in blockchain. He's really one of the early birds in Singapore, to start this Catalyst coin.
Yeah.
Really.
Thank you very much, Shirley.
Yeah. And I think he's a good teacher.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Okay, we have the first winner.
That's super nice. I would really like to hear from my husband as well.
Okay, yes.
If Shirley, no, I'm joking. let's go to the winners.
Does your husband want to say?
No. I'll have words with him afterwards.
Okay. All right. So, the first person, can we have some drum roll, please? Okay, and we have Victor. Woohoo!
Oh,
Victor,
nice.
Congrats. You see, it's not even to another lady, we're giving out, we're generous.
Yeah. Well, make sure we send it by DHL and not mail to the Philippines because I know personally that mail gets lost. So, yeah.
Yeah, I would. So maybe Victor, you can get in touch with us. We'll get your address and we can send it to you. Okay. Bianca, you want to announce the second person?
Oh shoot! Yes. Look, I'm already failing at my MC job. Yes, the next winner is Niraj. Congratulations! God, we've got two male winners. Congratulations. I'll bring it when I next go see my in-laws in London. No, I'm joking. We'll send it properly. Cool. Well, great to have everyone.
Let's give to some girl, I guess.
Oh, we've got more. Okay.
Yeah, we have 4 books to give away, so we have 2 more. Okay. Next. Oh wow. Okay. Next we have Laura. Laura, you're the next lucky winner. Yay. And last but not least, Bianca, you want to do the last one?
Yes. Okay. And this one, she was an amazing, phenomenal question asker. It's Marie in the Philippines. And fun fact, Marie actually used to mine cryptocurrency, didn't you, Marie? So I think this is a super apt award winner. So awesome. Well done.
Okay, so everyone, we kind of come to the end, and you've been such great audience, and we really, really enjoyed ourselves. And yeah, please, join us and keep in touch, and we'll love to have you at our next event. Hopefully bigger, better, and more people.
Thank you so much, guys. Thanks for hanging around, asking great questions, laughing at my jokes, and hopefully Raymond will give me a job on Thursday. Call me. Call me, man. Just kidding. Cool. Thanks so much, everyone. See ya.
See you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Hey, we should take a photo. Wait. Those who are here in the mic, we should take a photo. Oh my god. Okay, where? Okay, maybe we can have to stop the slides. Okay, sorry, it's kind of a bit of significant for us because it's our first event. We can turn this into an NFT,
That would be nice.
So, it's only 1 page, right? Okay, everybody? Okay, let's look in the mirror. Okay, 1, 2. Oops. Okay, great.
Thanks so much, guys.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, wait. Sorry. I also want to thank our backstage today, Shreya and Louisa. Thank you for all the help. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Bye.
Bianca's done.
Bianca has a company.
Thanks, everyone. Get in the photo.
Hey.
Oh, one more. Okay, let's do one more. Okay.
Oh no. We got food in our mouth. It's okay.
Okay, one more. Okay. 1,
Yeah.
2, 3. Okay, got it.
Awesome.
All right. Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Thank you so much.
Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.